What's up, Internet? This has been the Bearded Coffee Blogger, and I'm back with you today with another tasting. And today we're going to be trying Counterculture's Let's Be Frank. So pretty excited about this. Counterculture is one of the OGs in the game. I heard it said years ago that there were the big three of the third wave movement. Some people hate that term. I'm okay with it. But the big three in the third wave movement were supposedly Counterculture, Intelligentsia, and Stumptown coffee roasters. Counterculture takes a slightly different approach to coffee than a lot of those other folks. They don't have any shops that I'm aware of. They're just roasting, and they're trying to do a darn good job roasting. So this is what we're trying today. Now, my intention originally was to try this over Thanksgiving with my brothers, and I bought it actually when I was in Starkville, Mississippi. Shout out to Starkville, Mississippi State Bulldogs. I bought it at one of my favorite shops there in Starkville called 929 Coffee, and because I wasn't sure if I had enough other coffee, and so I bought it to brew for everybody, and I did, and we drank it over Thanksgiving, and everybody seemed to like it, but we didn't have time to shoot new videos, so Andy and I didn't get a chance to do that. So I'm back here at the house here in Nashville, and I'm shooting this tasting for the first time. So I have tried this coffee before, but I'm tasting it on camera for the first time. And so this is Counterculture's Let's Be Frank. Now what this is this is a blend. This is a limited release blend. So Counterculture has some limited release stuff where they are exploring extraordinary blends, varieties, single farmers, communities, experiments. They're just trying different sort of stuff. This is a blend, and it's a blend of Ozoltepec, Oaxaca, Mexico. It's 90% Mexico, and it's 10% Kushi Kamana Imbu, Kenya. And it has all types of varietals. Some of these I've never even heard before. SL28, SL34, Rairu, Batine, Typica, Catura, Mundo Novo, Pluma, Hidalgo, a bunch of different varietals all blended together. This is grown, all those between 1,500 and 2,000 meters, and this is a washed coffee. Now, the deal with this name, this Let's Be Frank, is they're attempting to shine a light on and just being super transparent with the prices that they pay farmers, and that's something really important to Counterculture, and I commend them for that. Here's their little blurb that they say: since the release of our first transparency report in 2009, we've continued to dig deeper, going beyond the simple yes or no of certifications to identify and understand the complex sustainability challenges of our supply chain. A fundamental issue is the ability of farmers to make a profit growing coffee, and understanding the ways we can address that issue. With this limited release blend of coffees from Mexico and Kenya, we explore what it means to have transparency about the prices farmers receive and how that transparency can transform supply chains. So I looked online, that's the little blurb here on the side. I looked online to try to understand more about this, and I couldn't find anything. So that's all I'm able to give you. But we're gonna go ahead and try this now. And again, I may have already said it, but I brewed this with a V60 with a 1:16 brewing ratio, coffee to water brewing ratio. And we're going to start with a little sniffy sniff action. Okay, so the thing that hits me right away is that this has kind of some smokiness, some kind of grittiness that comes through right away. Even a little bit of there is a little bit of a fruitiness. Kind of comes across as kind of a dark syrup that I'm smelling. I'm thinking this this kind of smoky thing, it reminds me somewhat of the Cat and Cloud that I tried a few weeks ago, and I'm beginning, which was also Mexico. I'm thinking that's a characteristic of Mexican coffees in general, kind of that smoky thing. Now that one I thought was a tad over roasted. This doesn't smell over roasted, but I'm still getting a little bit of that smoky grittiness. Like I said, some dark syrup that I'm also getting on the nose. Maybe a tad bit of vegetation. and caramelized sugar is coming through. That's probably the biggest smell that I get after the kind of smoky thing fades. Big time caramelized sugar. Yeah, with maybe just a little bit of vegetation in there. Let's go ahead and try it. So for me, I'm getting a little bit of green grape for sure. The caramelized sugar thing is staying. This is just typically, it's just kind of the season, but this comes across similar to the last couple coffees I've had in the sense that the fruit and the floralness is not like super high bright. It's kind of more in the meaty middle, and it's a really pleasant sort of daily drinker. This coffee is just super even, which I really like. I do prefer a little bit more fruit or floral on my coffees, and this one's got a little less of that. All these have lately, but this is really good. There is some sort of fruit that's just there a little bit. My guess is that that's the Kenya. So my guess is the kind of the smoky grittiness is the Mexico, and the little bit of fruit and floral that I'm tasting is the Kenya. That's just my guess. I could be wrong. This is not the best palate in the world, but I'm always striving on it. And I'm always just telling you guys what I think. Let's see. I think they have tasting notes on the front. Let's see what they think. They say, yeah, it's right here. It took me a while to notice this. They say clementine, which I maybe get a little bit of that orange, but I don't really. Green grape and cane sugar. So I get the grape, I get the kind of cane sugar. To me, it came across as caramelized sugar, and to me, I get smokiness. I don't really get the clementine. This is a really great coffee. This would really please a lot of people. If you like, maybe not like Starbucks dark, but you like more medium-bodied coffees, you would probably be right at home with this coffee, think that it tasted really pleasant and naturally sweet. It might not be as dark enough for some of you. And for some of you that, you know, like love Ethiopians and are big third wavers, this might be maybe not your favorite either, because it's kind of in the middle between those two worlds. But man, for me, and I'm a self-proclaimed evenness snob, I love soft, round, even, well-blended coffees. This is right up there. The only thing I would do is I just prefer a little bit more fruit. I may just not love Mexican coffee, but overall, this is a really, you know, it's a fine coffee. It was a really good Thanksgiving coffee. I don't think it offended anybody, and so it went over well. So yeah, I mean, counterculture, always love some OG counterculture. Love great artwork on this one. Love that they're doing that too, and love what this coffee's about. If I had to rate it, I think I would rate this. Yeah, to me, this is like a 3 1/4 or 4 out of 5. Again, really good. Not my perfect cup of coffee, but good stuff. So all in all, great coffee. So anyway, this has been very enjoyable, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace. Y'all go out and drink something awesome. Thanks. Bye.